Good morning. As evidenced by the fact that I got the shade down and the sunglasses on, I've got the sun directly in my face. Fortunately, we're getting started at 7:30 bright and early on time to head to Carlsbad, where we've got 11:30 reservations to visit Carlsbad Natural Caverns. It's going to be a nice 3-hour drive through some nice mountains. Hopefully the sun will not be in my face forever. Now that we're on the other side of the mountains, where everything is getting watered all the time, oh man, it's so lush. Feels like Appalachia. Look at it. There's even some fall colors. Found a nude ski hill just tucked up here in the mountains. Okay, back to flat. We're in the Guadalupe Mountains now, just a little ways inside the entrance of Carlsbad Caverns National Park. Look at these mountains. They're a lot rockier than the ones that we passed through before. Lots of karst here, lots of underground caverns, which I think is pretty obvious from the name of the park. But also, it is a city of prickly pear cactuses. I have one of these at home. I call it Prickles. It is the meanest thing I've ever had because it has little tiny thorns that will stick in your finger like splinters if you even get too near it. But it's lovely to see how many of them there are out here and how much they're thriving. Well, one thing's for sure. This parking lot has an incredible view. The first part of the Carlsbad tour, if you don't feel like just taking the easy route, is the hike down to the entrance. It's a little over a mile, but at least we get to see this majestic visitor center. And all these cute little plants. Okay, so if that previous thing was the Prickly Pear City, this is the Prickly Pear Empire. Look at all of them.
Looks like our yard in
Really?
Texas. Yeah. I'll come back.
Look at this giant spider. That is a big boy. Look at him. Alright, so since we're about to go underground, I'm gonna have to test the indoor setting on this thing. It's yeah, it's never had much luck in caves, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I've got every kind of horizon leveling, stabilization, everything turned off, so the footage might be a bit shaky, and I apologize for that, but at least it won't be so blurry you can't see anything. It might not be obvious, but you can see really far down in there, probably a good 1,000 feet, and I don't have much fear of heights, but what little I do have is triggering pretty hard. Alright, we're now at darkness. So once again, here's hoping the GoPro can take it. So the back of this passage, apparently, is where the bats roost. Wonder if we're going that way. How you doing?
Good.
Can't even see you. You're just like a pair of little reflective specks for eyes. Very Gollum of you. Look up there. I'm not sure how clear it is, but there's people up there coming down after us. And they are tiny. And welcome to the underground proper. It's probably hard to get an idea the scale of this. We'll see later if there's maybe more light. The next big hole. It's pretty dark. It's very hard for the GoPro to see, I think. The Whale's Mouth Formation. Look at that thing. Alright, we're at the point where the GoPro can't quite do the trick anymore. We're underground in this cave. It is enormous in here. It has to be, 20 stories tall. So this guy here is called Iceberg Rock. It is probably 30-40 feet tall, weighs 200,000 tons, and it actually fissured from the ceiling up there. So apparently it's the largest piece of ceiling fall they've ever had here. Spooky. Up we go. So after a lot of mucking around, I finally got the phone camera settings that let you really see what's going on in here. And oh boy. Maybe now you can appreciate just how big this place is. And this is one of the smaller chambers that we've been in. Welcome to the beginning of the big room. Look at those 3 giant stalagmites over there. They look like big statues, like mummified statues. Gods of the underground. The big room. And if you thought that was big, turns out that there's a second layer down beneath it. I just don't think the camera truly captures the scale of this place. I don't think anything can. If those were the gods of the underground, this is their cathedral. This has to be a couple 100 feet high, and maybe 500, maybe 1,000 feet across. This underneath a mountain. So we're still in the big room. You can see some people walking all the way over there. But if you look down here, look at that. That is the bottomless pit. It goes over 140 feet deeper into the abyss. Turns out that when this was all being formed, this room was sort of at the water table, and that was an underground spring, which was responsible for producing a lot of the hydrogen sulfide gas, which eventually dissolved this rock and created this incredible space. So, yeah, I'm going to do my best to not fall in. Well, the inside of that cavern was awesome. An incredible temple to time and its power. How did you find the hike?
It was good.
Oof. Yep. So now we're gonna head into Carlsbad, wherever that is, and try and kill the rest of the day. So it turns out that Carlsbad is not a Sunday town. Just about everything in town is closed. It is surreal. I've never seen anything quite like it. But we're gonna see if we can visit some coffee shops. We're gonna see if we can get into the Trinity Hotel for dinner tonight. But yeah, I think it's gonna be kind of an easy evening just because this town is dead. All right, so we tried to find things to do in Carlsbad, but on a Sunday night, it's pretty dead. We ended up going to the restaurant at like 4 p.m. Got some ice cream though, that was nice. Haven't had Cedar Crest in a bit. But now we're just gonna sit back and stare at yet one more glorious sunset. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. Might be my last one on Earth because I'm gonna go hike Guadalupe Peak tomorrow and probably won't be bringing enough water. So Jim's giving me this angry look. All right, so until then, good night.